Hello, welcome to Getting Real. I'm Joshua Halstead.
I'm Michael Halstead.
Today we're talking about the brand new anime film, Mary and the Witch's Flower. Mary and the Witch's Flower was directed by Hirosoma Yonebayashi, the director of The Secret Life of Arrietty and When Marnie Was Here, two films that are really good.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both Studio Ghibli, which is, I think, pretty much top tier for any kind of theatrical anime film. This is the first film through the brand new anime studio created by a bunch of guys that left Studio Ghibli when Hayao Miyazaki announced he was going to retire.
Of course, he did one more film after
Yeah.
that, but
He did not do one more film, but yeah. So this is the first one by them, and I was really excited to see how well they would do it because this could potentially be a company to rival Studio Ghibli.
yeah.
So let's start. What did you think overall of Mary and the Witch's Flower?
Overall, I really liked the movie. The story wasn't to the same level as some of the Miyazaki films that I love, but I still found it to be really enjoyable. It was based off of source material, so obviously that's what they had to go with. I thought they did a good job of adapting it from what I know of the source material, not that I've read the whole thing, but from what I know of the story of that and what I saw translated in the movie, I really liked that. I thought the voice acting was phenomenal. The dub worked out better with our time frame, so we saw the dub. But for what it's worth, I did really, really like the dub. I thought the animation was beautiful, and I really liked the story.
Yeah, I mean, the animation is gorgeous. I don't think there was ever a doubt the animation would be gorgeous because it's Studio Ghibli animators, and it's incomparable. And they did a really good job of creating beautiful worlds for the movie and just vibrant colors, and these illustrations are gorgeous. Every second of this film was gorgeous to watch. I don't think that there's going to be any dispute from anybody on that. I found the story to be incredibly lacking. And that's not to say that it's a bad film. I'm going to buy the film on Blu-ray when it comes out. I enjoyed the film. The story, to me, felt... Simplistic is not a bad thing. Some films work with simplistic, right? Reservoir Dogs has an incredibly simplistic plot. It works. This felt simplistic in the wrong way, because I felt like there were a lot of things where I was like, oh, they're not going to explain that. There were a lot of things where they introduced something just incredible and gorgeous, and you're like, oh, I can't wait to find out why that exists. They never do. There's a lot of things that just never are explained in this film.
But that wasn't the point of the film. The point of the film was Mary and this journey that she goes on, and they explore that to its full extent.
Why wouldn't they give Mary any kind of genuine motivation that makes us care? Because they never give her motivation for anything that she does. She just kind of stumbles upon this thing and then goes after this thing. At the very end, they introduce a reason for her to go back, but throughout the first 2/3 of the film, she's on this incredible journey. There's no motivation given other than, I'm bored, that she's having the beginning of the film.
There doesn't always have to be, though. You can stumble upon things by happenstance and get into this magical world, and the motivation was she felt out of place, and so when she stumbles on this, she finally feels welcome, and she uncovers more and more. But I thought it wasn't a bad plot device. I enjoyed it, and I don't feel like it needs to be more complicated to be as effective in the storytelling in this case, and I thought it was effective how it was.
Looking at the simplicity, and when you're talking about like, the curiosity going into... Pan's Labyrinth does that really well. Pan's Labyrinth is a girl that stumbles upon a fantastical world, and she just goes to it because she's curious. But you care about the girl in Pan's Labyrinth.
I cared about this girl too.
I never felt that Mary was developed enough for you to develop genuine emotions for her, so you care. You don't want to see her or Peter get hurt, but you don't necessarily feel attached to the character enough to feel like you're on the journey with them, so you're watching the journey. And if you're going to watch the journey, there should be some sort of reason for it. I don't want to say it's like I'm down on the film. The voice acting was amazing, the direction was amazing, the animation was amazing, but I do wish that the story would have been developed a little bit more, or that the characters would have been developed a little bit more. One or the other, because I do feel like it's a little bit lacking in that department.
And that's going to be a place where we disagree, because I really liked what they did with it, and I found it to be, one, a really fun film, and two, far and above a lot of the children's films coming out now. I thought, again, it's no Hayao Miyazaki film, but it was almost there.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't necessarily expect it to be as good as a Hayao Miyazaki film. However, I expected it to be as good as the other two films made by Yonebayashi. It's not. I think animation-wise it is, and I think voice acting-wise it is. I feel like with Secret Life of Arrietty and with When Marnie Was There, he really showed how competent a filmmaker he was. And here, he's still really competent. No denying. I don't think this is quite as good, which makes me sad to say. But I didn't feel like it quite lived up to it. But I mean, at the bottom line is, would you recommend that people go see this?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think, please go see this. I want this studio to do well. I'm excited to see what they do next. Like I said, this is their first film. They're still finding their footing as a company. And if this is your finding footing as a company film, I think we can expect awesome things coming out of the studio.
Yeah.
So, this isn't I'm not giving it a bad review. Look, I'm ecstatic because most companies don't have this level of, like, finding your footing first film kind of,
Yeah.
I'm really excited. I say definitely go see it. What would you give it rating wise?
Give it a solid B.
B?
85% if I was going to give it a percentage. So, like,
middle
straight
of
B. Yeah.
I think I would give it a B minus. Only because there are just a couple of things where the motivations aren't clear and where the story doesn't develop itself that much. And so to me, it just felt like most of the film you're really connected. There were a few moments where I couldn't quite get as connected as I wanted to get. But I would give it a B minus. I think probably just like an 82 or 83%. But I mean, for a children's film coming out in 2018 to be as intelligent and as well made and so masterful as this was, I think that's awesome. And I think, definitely take your kids to this. There's nothing inappropriate or offensive about it. And I think this will better your kids, unlike most children's films coming out now. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. And have a great day.